Yo, what's going on, yo? Welcome back to the channel, man. And today we'll be reacting to Childhood Fears video by Clumsy. Man, look, we all had common fears as children, bro. Number one, first and foremost, if you say you didn't, you're a lie. Dang, you're a lie. First and foremost, the dark, bro. We were all scared of the dark as children. Don't even try to play me like you weren't. I'm not having it. I'm not hearing it. You're lying. You're lying. Number two, freaking big twice. Big dogs, bro. Alright, bro. I just cursed twice in the intro. Now I just pissed myself off. So I'm just gonna shut up. Let's just get straight into the video, bro. Man, I can't believe you. Bruh, I'm acting like a freaking rookie at this thing, even though I've only been at it for half a year, or little over half a year. But either way, that's still no excuse, bro. Let's get into the video.
We all have certain fears, and fears are completely normal because without being fearful of certain things, it would make us struggle through everyday life. For example, taking a shit in the school bathroom. If you need to take a dump, surely you can use a properly functioning toilets in the school bathroom, right?
No, hell no, you gotta hold that.
Realistically, bruh, if you try taking a dump in the school bathroom, motherfuckers will walk in there and be like, "Ooh, someone's taking a shit." And once they identify that the poop smell is coming from your stall, they're gonna start banging on the door, throwing wet paper towels over the stalls, or even start recording you with their phones over the stall with the flash on. And all of this could have been avoided if you had a fear of taking a dump at school. Yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about some of my personal childhood fears, and I feel like you guys can relate to some of them too. Let's get it, bro.
Fear of the dark. What I say, chat. What I say, bro. What I say. I'm telling you, we all had it, bro. We all had it. Anybody who says they didn't, it's a liar. We all had it, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing. We all outgrow it, right? Or at least I'd hope you all have outgrown it. But we've all had fear of the dark, bro. What are we talking about? What?
When I was younger, my parents used to turn on the light in the hallway and crack my door open a little bit so I wouldn't get scared of the dark when I went to sleep. Like, I couldn't fall asleep unless there was some...
I had a nightlight, bro. Oh. I had a nightlight. I'm not ashamed of it, bro. I had a nightlight, bro. The fuck you want me to do about it? I was scared of the dark, bro. Leave me alone.
Source of light. I also used to do this thing where I would run as fast as I can to my room after turning off the lights in the bathroom or in the living room. Just any area that was dark, I would think that there was a predator or something lurking around in there, which makes sense because when people say they're afraid of the dark, most of the time it's not actually a fear of the dark, but a fear of the unknown. Because back then...
Hold on, bro. Let me stop the show right there. I just want to understand what be making YouTube feel so entitled to throw ads at people, bro.
Is this nigga serious?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're just making this harder for me. I gotta edit that out, bro.
We do not care.
Come on, man.
Even today, if you showed me a piece of paper with a big black square on it, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" Like, you know what I mean? But if you place me in a dark mental asylum that's been abandoned for 67 years with broken glass scattered on the floor and suspicious red liquid splattered across the walls, then yeah, I'd be scared as fuck. I'd be trying to find my...
Any sane person would be scared as fuck in that situation. Why are you there? What is there? There's nothing there for you. It's abandoned for a reason, buddy. There's nothing there for you, bro. Go home. What?
Way out of there. I'm not investigating shit. Going back to my fear of sleeping in the dark.
Bro, look at my skin tone. You think I'm investigating anything, bro? Stop playing with me.
Another thing that would scare the living shit out of me would be the coat hanger behind my door. Just let me explain, bro. Let me land. So this coat hanger behind my bedroom door, or I guess it was more of a coat hook, I used to hang my hoodies and jackets onto it. And at night, when it was dark in my room, I used to see my jackets and hoodies on the coat hanger behind the door, and they resembled the outline of someone's upper body. And that scared the shit out of me, bro. Because there was this one puffer jacket that I had that deadass resembled the outline of the upper body of a creepy girl in a dress.
Okay.
And when I got scared of that shit, I would tuck myself under...
Bro, what was that? Was he? I think he was trying to scare y'all, Chad. Are y'all okay? Did you soil yourself? Do you need a minute to go clean yourself?
Shut your stupid.
It's okay. Take a minute, bro. It's okay. It's okay. We'll take a minute. Chat, go change your underwear, bro. I can smell you, bro. Go change your underwear. Hurry up. Why are you still watching me, bro? Go change your freaking underpants, you dirty ass nigga. Fucking A. Damn.
Underneath my covers and try to hide from it. And in the back of my mind, I gotta use different words, bro, my bad. Inside of my mind, I would imagine the floating body of a creepy girl looming over me as I was underneath my covers. Like, I would periodically create a small gap with my covers just so I could breathe, bro. Because I was suffocating.
Bro, that comes with having an active imagination as a child, bro. It's a great thing to have an active imagination as a child, but I hate the fact that as children, we don't know how to completely control it yet. So, like, we could easily, just as easily as we can imagine the greatest day of our lives, just because we got freaking ice cream earlier in the day or something, it could just as easily become the worst day of our lives because of, you know, stupid stuff like this. But, you know, there's nothing you can do about it, bro. You just gotta learn to manage it as you grow older, you know what I mean?
That bitch. I would keep doing this until I got tired and just fell asleep normally. I'm sure all of you can relate to having a fear of the dark as a kid, but this next fear I'm gonna talk about, I feel like it isn't that common, but it might be even worse than my fear of the dark.
People breaking into your house.
Every night.
Man, listen, man. I done told y'all this in every single video, bro. Well, not every single video, but most videos. I dare somebody to try me. Listen, I dare somebody to try to be Oh, it was already charged. Wow. I didn't realize. I dare somebody to try me, bro. I will. Man, stop playing with me. Fear of somebody breaking in my house. Come on now. And I'm already standing, so I'm already more than ready for a freaking surprise attack, unless they come busting through this window right here. There's a window right here. If they come busting through that window right there, I'm probably fucked. But I'm definitely gonna hear them banging before they just bust in through the window. You know what I mean? So I know if they come to the door, I got plenty of time to prepare myself. So I don't know. I never worried about that as a child. Yeah.
After watching Cartoon Network.
Plus, as a child, I had big ass dogs. I was not worried.
At work or Nickelodeon, my dad would watch those police shows where they report crimes like theft, break-ins, and shit like that. And occasionally, I would stay up late and I would watch this show with him. On this show, the reports that involved home invasions were scary as fuck to me. I remember they would put the face of the criminal on the screen and have their name, ethnicity, height, and the location where the home invasion was committed. The faces of the criminals on that show were burned into my mind as I went to sleep that night. Every night, I would pray to God specifically that no bad guys would break into the house. And you might be thinking, well, no shit. Who wouldn't have a fear of an intruder breaking into your house? Bro, I'm telling you, my fear for this was on another level. I remember situations where it was late at night, I was struggling to sleep, and I would hear the smallest sounds, like creaking, or just sounds of the house settling in. These sounds used to freak me out to the point where I would wake up my dad and tell him that there might be a bad guy in the living room. And when he woke up pissed and walked to the living room of the house, there was no one there. And I did this a lot, bro. And I remember this one specific time where I woke up my dad and he refused to check if there was a bad guy. And he told me to do it myself. Like, he was fed up with me, bro. After he told me this, I decided to go check for myself. I remember walking as quietly as I could, trying not to make...
Bro got some balls on him, didn't he? Come on, Clumsy. I see you, bro.
You what?
Wait, not like that, bro. Relax. But never mind, bro.
A sound, and I was scared as fuck. My heart was beating out of my chest. And when I got to the living room, I saw...
nothing. You saw nothing, bro.
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
And because of how paranoid I was, I double-checked that the front door, back door, ooh, back door, and all the windows were locked before I headed back to my room. Honestly, after this situation happened, I stopped being paranoid about people breaking into the house.
Fear of heights was another good one too.
I'm honestly still scared of heights to this day, but when I was a kid, my fear for heights was 10 times worse. I remember this one time I was at a school camp in year 5, and if you guys aren't familiar with school camps, it's pretty much a camp that consists of like a couple year levels or grade levels at a school, and we all go to a camping area and do activities. School camps used to hit, like I've made so much good memories through them, but this story I'ma tell right now was one of the bad memories. On the second day of the school camp in the afternoon, we were doing an activity called abseiling. And if you don't know what abseiling is, it's pretty much using a harness and a rope to climb up and down a wall. When we were doing the abseiling activity,
I mean, I guess they were trying to keep y'all in shape, so I guess. Alright, continue.
we all had turns going up and down a wall, and this wall was around the height of a 2-story house, so it was kinda tall, especially for a bunch of 9 to 10 year olds. Because of my fear of heights, I moved myself to the back of the line for the abseiling activity. While waiting for my turn, a few other people were scared to do it as well, and it was mainly the girls that found it scary. But most of the guys did the abseiling activity with no issue at all.
Yep. Work, no reaction.
Yep.
When it came to my turn, they secured my harness and told me the instructions on how to climb up the wall. Going up the wall wasn't too bad, and all I had to do was kinda walk up the wall one small step at a time. When it was time to go back down the wall, that's when my nerves started kicking in. It low-key felt like I was going to fall, and that falling feeling, along with the fact that I was pretty high up and had an insane fear of heights, I'm not gonna lie, I started crying, bro. Like I was sweating, shaking, and I think I was having a panic attack or some shit. When I started bawling,
Alright. Chat, it's not funny. He was a child, bro. Leave him alone. Alright. He might have wet his pants, but hey, we're not here to judge him for his fears. Okay? We're just here to listen and relate if we can relate. But with that being said, if any of you have pissed your pants because you were scared of something, please do let us know in the comment section. We will not laugh at you, bro. We are here to console you and accept you as a community. Yeah. You know what I mean? No. That's all it is. Nobody's going to make fun of you. Nobody's going to laugh at you in the comments. I promise. So you are free to share, share with the rest of us. Be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay.
Out like a little pussy, they got one of the instructors to grab me and carry me back down to the ground. And after they removed my harness, one of the teachers brought me back inside to this kitchen area inside one of the camp buildings, and they gave me a glass of water and told me to sit down and breathe slowly in and out. At this moment, I felt like such a pussy because I was the only person that couldn't complete the activity out of everyone. Luckily, I didn't get flamed for it, and we all went on to complete the rest of the activities for the day. Yeah, bro, I was such a pussy when I was a kid, but ever since I hit puberty and my balls dropped, my fear of heights now isn't too bad. Like I've been able to go on rides and do activities that involve being high up, but I would still get scared though. I will scream like a little bitch if there's a big drop in a roller coaster, but I no longer get scared to the point where I would have a full-on panic attack, just like how I did at that one school camp. Let's get on to my next childhood fear.
Bro. That's valid. Fear of earthquakes, huh?
Just like the second fear I talked about, I developed this fear while my dad was watching a documentary about the 2011 Japan earthquake. And I remember CCTV footage of buildings shaking while people were still inside, and seeing a bunch of shelves and shit fall down while people were frantically trying to evacuate the building. I was pretty young when I saw this. I was probably around 4 or 5 years old. Because of that documentary, I developed a fear of earthquake. And the thing is, right, the country that I lived in is notorious for having earthquakes. So an earthquake actually happening was definitely a possibility. In my primary school, the classroom I was in,
then that is a justifiable fear, bro. That is a justifiable fear if the event actually happens relatively close to where you live, or where you live. You know what I mean? So I can understand this one, like even as a child. Even as an adult, I can understand this one. You know what I mean?
He ain't lying.
So, alright, we can let him slide with this one.
During year 1 was right beside the auditorium. One time there was another class inside the auditorium, and I think they were playing sports or some shit, but whatever they were doing, it was causing a lot of vibrating and shaking to a point where it felt like there was an earthquake. I reacted the exact same way as I did in my school camp story, but I don't remember crying in this one though. I just remembered that it felt like it was getting really hot and I was breathing really fast. The teacher ended up having to get me to take off my shirt and sit down in the corner of the class to calm down. Let me know down in the comments if you can relate to any of these stories.
Now, teacher, calm your little freaky ass down. Why are you getting this child to take his shirt off in class and make him sit in the corner? Hey man, You might have been harassed and didn't even realize, Clums. Hey, man. Hey. That's going to be it for this video, man. I hope you all enjoyed it. I don't know. A lot of the fears I had as a child, I've outgrown, except for the fear of spiders and centipedes, bro. I will not. It's not even just the fear. They just creep me the fuck out and makes my skin crawl, bro. I don't like it. But that's pretty much the only thing I can really think of, like off the top of my head, that I'm actually actively afraid of. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't really think there's a whole lot, because I've scaled buildings without a harness before. I've jumped off of high enough places with something beneath me to catch me without ever having to think about it, you know. So I'm over the heights thing. I go jogging at night, bro, with headphones blaring. I'm not afraid of anybody trying to run up on me. You're gonna have to see about me if that's the case. So I'm no longer afraid of the dark. I don't know. You know, most common fears that people have as children, I don't have anymore because I've outgrown. And I feel like that's just a thing we've all managed to outgrow, probably because most of the times the thing you're afraid of is just your imagination thinking the worst of it. You know what I mean? It's really not even as deep as most people think it is when they're imagining it as a child. It's just your imagination is making it a lot more exaggerated, whatever, one of those two words. Right? Your imagination is just blowing the whole thing out of proportion, which is making it more scary to you, right? But once you start growing older and you start realizing that it's really not that deep, then you get over it pretty quickly. At least that's what I think anyway. But you know what I mean? That'll be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna hit that button. I'm just gonna walk off and leave y'all here.